is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is our deepest prayer.
Everybody, so good to see everybody this morning on this beautiful day. You know, it's funny, we've been following the weather, and all winter, during the rainy season, we've been blessed with Sundays having good weather. But this Sunday I'm going, oh shoot, the weather's going to finally catch us. And then the reports kept moving it back, and look what we have today, a beautiful sunny day, so to celebrate. So I'm Reverend Jay Lang, spiritual director here. So happy all of you are here today. And we have wonderful music today with Bodhi Starwater. He's going to start us out. Let's welcome Bodhi.
Hey, good morning. You guys know this by now, I hope. All that I see, all that I hear, all that I feel is God. All that I have, all that I do, all that I am is God. You can sing it by yourself. All
you, thank you. So happy Hanukkah, happy 12 days of Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy New Year, happy 12 days of Yule. It just all seems to come together at this time, and it all has to do with the light. That because these are these long, dark days, and I think through history, people have been looking for the light, so we're not going to go away from that today. We've got the lights we had for candle lighting service. The Christmas trees are still up. We've got candles up here, and we're also today having a chance for you to set intentions for the new year, and I'll tell you more about that later. For the meantime, just sit back and enjoy the time we have. I do want to, first of all, for us a chance to repeat and read our vision and mission. So if you'll look up on the screen and read with me. We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission statement, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. A great affirmation for today and into the new year as well. So I did want you to know about certain things that are going on into the new year. The last event we have of this year is the World Peace Meditation. That's going to be at 4 a.m. Yes, 4 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And the reason why that, right here in the sanctuary and streaming, by the way, it will be streamed on YouTube and Facebook. If you want to stay at home and just watch it from there, participate there. But there will be a group of people here. And the reason 4 a.m. is it's the time that everybody in the world has December 31st still. So it's the last hour available before the new year starts somewhere, probably, right on the Australia or out there in the South Pacific somewhere where they have New Year. So that everybody around the world is meditating on this same day, the same hour, knowing peace for this world. So we're so grateful for Georgia and Virginia and Shauna that are going to be leading us in that, and I encourage you to come. They will open the doors at 3:30. That sounds early, but just come as you are. If you're in pajamas or sweats or whatever, bring a blanket, come on in. So that they'll be here early enough to get the heat on for you and ready for you. So that'll be at 4 a.m. on Tuesday morning. It's easier than think about the day to think into the day of the week, Tuesday morning. So, and then also in the new year, there's a couple things going on that, first of all, this coming Saturday, we're going to have a redecoration party, and that means we're going to take all these wonderful holiday things and store them in ways that they can be brought out easier in the new year, next year, and also a vision for how we want to redecorate the sanctuary for 2025. I'd like to meet after the service. I'd like to meet with the events advisory team or anybody that has an interest in how we go forward in 2025 with re-looking at what we want to do with the sanctuary. So we've done a number of things, including peace cranes and different kinds of light for January, because it's still some long, dark days that we have that we'd like to include. I know the Light Festival goes on in Napa, and that's a wonderful way to celebrate it also. And then also on January 11th, it's also a Saturday, we're going to do a vision board workshop. And if you've ever done these vision boards, they're pretty cool. What we're going to do is we're going to do an individual visioning process, and then we're going to talk about steps you can take towards creating that vision, and then we're going to actually take some time just to have tables in here, poster board, magazines, and put together an image of what that vision is for you. And there's a really wonderful way to do that. And we're going to do it from 10 a.m., but by the way, Saturday the 4th starts at 10 a.m. too, if I didn't say that. The vision starts at 10 a.m. and it's going till 2, and I know that's over the lunch hour, so bring your own lunch or bring snacks, whatever you want to do, because there will be this time when we're creating that'll be kind of a flexible time there. So, and then also on January 10th, I should say 19th, January 19th and 20th is the MLK Celebration of Action and Compassion that we're very involved in. We're helping create those days. The commemoration on Sunday at Congregation Beth Shalom, the Jewish synagogue here in town. And then on Monday is the day of service over at Justinciana High School, and you'll hear more about that in time to come. But it's a great way for us to put our vision, both the center's vision and your personal vision, into practice, because we're out there affirming that we are one, following the legacy of Martin Luther King, and also to be in service in our community, making a difference in that way. So those are great days. And then I'm also starting a new class on January 23rd. It's called Soul Emergence. It's about visioning as well. So it fits into this time of January about visioning. But it's also this new concept that I'm exploring in my own inner work about emergence. And you'll hear more about it during the talk today. But it's a book by Derek Rydell. And we'll also use Michael Beckwith's visioning work. And so I'm excited about those kind of, that class. And I want to let you know that the price is $195 for the class, but if you are a practitioner or a volunteer here at the center, or if you've never taken a class, I'll also offer it a first-time thing. There's a discount, a significant discount in that class. So if you've never taken a class here, you're a volunteer or a practitioner, there's a significant discount. You can register online to see about the class. I encourage you to get Derek Rydell's book to be a part of that class, but it'll be a 7-week wonderful class to explore. Also available online. So you online people, everything that I've been talking about is online, both the World Peace Meditation, the Vision Board Workshop, and the class are all available online, and you can get those links on our website as well. So I think, boy, that's enough announcements, isn't it? I'm just excited about 2025. So we planned a lot of things, and especially this time of the year when there's an ancient practice of visioning this time of year, to think about what is coming as the light and the longer days happen. So now we'll go into our sacred time with Bodhi's music and prayer with Peggy Usak.
Slowly, gently, softly, not hurrying, not pushing, not trying to accomplish anything or go anywhere. Not trying to be better, stronger, or smarter. not striving to attain anything, not even enlightenment, just for the moment being. Holding still, so you can find yourself. Holding still, so the Spirit can find me. And take the next moment to just be and let it be. And so it is, and we let it be.
I think the fifth day of Hanukkah. Hanukkah is one of those holidays that moves around by the moon cycle in the Jewish calendar. But we like to honor Hanukkah, and I'm not Jewish, so I'm not the one. I'm going to invite Harrison Osboom up here, who is Jewish, and he's going to show us how the Jewish faith celebrates this Hanukkah. So I'm going to give you this. Here you go. Thank you, Harris.
I don't know if you know the story of Hanukkah, but the temple was taken over by the Greeks and the Syrians. That's what I've learned. And then Judah and the Maccabees.
Can you hang on just a minute? Let me see if this is on. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
And Judah and the Maccabees rescued the temple. What happened is there was only oil for one day, but the oil burned for 8 days, which was called the miracle of lights. And therefore, we light the candles in memory of that miracle. So,
Hold that right. Here's a candle back here. Try not to burn my jacket here. There you go. So each of these candles represents each day of Hanukkah, right? Yes. The 8 days of the miracle of the oil that lasted. And there's one candle that lights all the candles. And what's that? It's called the what?
the Shamas.
The Shamas.
Yes. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher kashona b'mitzvah sol, titzivanu l'hatlik ner shel Hanukkah. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who sanctified us to light the Hanukkah candles. May there be peace on earth and goodwill to men. Thank you.
Thank you, Harris.
the break of dawn. I awake from the dream world. I reach to the sky, sky, sky. Open my eyes to the east wind, lifting my wings. I dance the four directions, stating my intention. I welcome the day as breath sweeps mind, mind. Breath sweeps mind, and breath sweeps mind. Oh, breath sweeps mind. The end of day. I give thanks for my good fortune. I smile inside, side, side. Remembering the fullness of my life. I take a deep breath. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it all go. All thoughts and worry slowly drift away as breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind. Oh, breath sweeps mind. Oh, breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind. Oh, breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind, mind. Breath sweeps mind. Breath sweeps mind.
It's a perfect song today because that's what today is about letting go of our worries, of our concerns, and like a blank slate, we want to keep it clean and clear so that we can invite our new intentions so nothing gets in the way of that. Preparing the way for Spirit's way is the main thing. So today, it's kind of an interesting time between Christmas and New Year's. Now, unless you're in the healthcare profession or perhaps law enforcement, this tends to be a time when you have a little more flexible time. I even know some people that have recently retired or thinking about retired. So what's interesting about this unstructured time, it's actually, we humans say we would like more flexible time, but when we have flexible time, we're a little bit off sometimes because we don't have a usual structure. So it's kind of a topsy-turvy time in some ways. Somebody was telling me the other day, they're thinking like during this time every night around 10 p.m., they realize it's only 5:30. I don't know if you experienced that also, though. With the dark days that come, the sun sets so soon. But today, I think we want to get on track, get back into a structure of being intentional. And part of that is often during the New Year's, we set resolutions. And I'm going to encourage us, if you want to do resolutions, that's fine. But today, I want you to focus more on intentions. And intentions are different than resolutions. Intentions tend to be broader experiences or ways of being rather than resolutions that tend to be hard and fast and very concrete about what those are. Resolutions come and go. Some people say in one ear and out the other. But intentions continue to inspire us. They grow and evolve. Resolutions are a destination that are narrow focus, and even if we accomplish them, there's not much after that, and they're so easy to not accomplish. And let's say you had a resolution to exercise 4 times a week. If you exercise only 3 times a week, that's fantastic, but you consider it a failure because you didn't do 4 times a week. So you see the limitations here on these resolutions, that intentions are a journey and they open previously unknown pathways for us. It is the beginning of a dream or desire for something we want in our lives. And like I mentioned, that a resolution could be exercising a certain number of times or a certain way versus an intention might be to be healthy and to experience well-being that could include regular exercise, mindfulness, friendships, meditation. So it includes a number of different things in different ways. And we are our own intuitive sense about this well-being within ours. You know, we might go, oh, I need to add a little more exercise, or I need to add more meditation, or I feel I need to connect with some people because I'm not, that my relational part is not as intentional, but you have a certain intention and you keep putting that in front of you as to what you want to explore, what you want to do. And another piece about intentions that I think is really important, that we consciously co-create them. Co-creation means that we're not making it up, like, wouldn't it be nice if I was? It is allowing Spirit to guide us through an intuitive sense, through our innate wisdom about the highest and best for us, for ourselves, which is different than anybody else. It's interesting, last year, my intention was about space. Just the word space was really important to me. And it's about creating space in my life for peace, for meditation, for reflection, for friendships, just allowing. And this year when I've been meditating, it's similar, but it's sacred space. So it's making sure the space is more than just space I've created with my own mind. It is a sacredness to it that allows room for people to come, people to connect with. This is a sacred space here. The classes I have, just going to the grocery store can be sacred space. It doesn't have to be a place that I am. It is a place that I am. Sacred space. So that's what I'm talking about with this co-creation. And what's interesting about this time of the year, for as long as recorded history has happened, people have had a period of time right between the solstice and the New Year. They called it Yule time. They call it the 12 days of Christmas. They call it different things that there were vision quest. There were people paid attention to their dreams. There were intentional prayers and different things like that allowed or invited this intention this time of year. So there's an intentional time. Now this is around the winter solstice, so in the southern hemisphere it's going to be during June. But the ancients believed that the veil was thin during this time. That the veil was the veil between us and Spirit. Some people call it the crack between the world. That is open to this greater sense of being, this greater vision. The quantum physicist would call it a superposition. And what a superposition is, that there are multiple realities possible at this time. And it's not until we choose it does it make it a choice we make to move towards manifestation. And so we can be with these multiple possibilities and just be with Spirit and know that as we allow Spirit to create, it is allowing a greater sense of evolution, because we're allowing it, we're giving it the space. The Celtics called it where the sun stood still for 12 days. That was 12 days of Yule. And so how great it is that we can just allow the sun, it doesn't really stand still, we know that, but to have this sense that the sun is standing still. Yes, thank you. It's a little smoky in here. Yeah, these candles we might have to blow them out, so we're going to see. I'm in the midst of it up here, like. Mystical. And this idea about that I've been opening up, yeah, Monica, if you could even just prop it open, that would be great. This idea of emergence that I've been working with that my class is going to be on in January. If you think about a seed that's in the soil, maybe I'll just blow some of these out because no? Okay, all right. Germination is when the seed sprouts underground. But emergence is when it emerges out of the ground. So if you look at this idea of our soul emergence, if you look at this video, there are tons of these on YouTube. I could probably watch these all day long, but it's just so cool. So this is the emergence when it comes out of the soil. That is our emergence. And you know what Derek Rydell talks about is this emergence is something that is Spirit itself that is moving through us. It's a seedling breaking through the soil. And the thing about it is, his whole book is called Emergence, the End to Self-Improvement. He says you do not have to improve yourself to manifest the life we are seeking. Spirit is emerging, and most often our middle efforts can actually get in the way. He says, just as the acorn contains the mighty oak tree, our self has everything it needs to fulfill its destiny. When the inner conditions are right, it naturally emerges. When you plant a seed in the soil, you have to wait a certain number of days for it to emerge. It's busy down there doing its stuff. Do we dig it up to see if it's working or not? No, we allow it to emerge. I just planted some little broccoli and little cauliflowers, and I kept them warm, and sure enough, they're coming up. And they'll get bigger. I'll put them outside, but for now they're safely inside in my nurturing and warmth of my house. And so this is the magic of emergence. One time when I was, my sons and I have two sons, and we both love to hike. And when we lived in Colorado, we would do what we call bagging a 14er. And what that means is climbing a mountain that's 14,000 feet or higher. So when my son was, my younger son was, he was probably 10. My older son was away to college, so he probably had to be 12. No, that would be 10 would be right. That's right. 9 or 10. So my older son was at college, and so my younger son and I were going to climb this 14er. We got up early. You have to get up early to do it in Colorado before the storms hit in the afternoon. So we made it. We were hiking for about 2 hours, and he was tired. We rested. And we were probably at about 11,000 feet at that point. Had about an hour and a half to go to get to the top of the mountain. And he says, I'm tired. I don't think I can go any further. And I paused and let go of my attachments internally. I go, okay, then let's just sit here and have lunch, and then we'll hike down. And we did. And what's interesting about that is if I hadn't been so accepting, if I had been too attached or not understanding about that, he probably never would have done anything else outdoors. But he went on to do way beyond things that I've ever done. He does competitive bicycling and has climbed more 14ers than I have, lives in Seattle, and his famous line is, "There's no such thing as bad weather, just bad equipment." So, and so has my older son, been more outdoors, done more things than I have done, and I'm very proud of them in doing that. But why I brought this up today is, to me, how I was with my son is the way Spirit handles me also. And the way Spirit is with all of us. Spirit, if you go, I can't do this right now. This is as far as I can go. Spirit doesn't blame you or think you're sinful or find anything wrong with you. It's just right with you, wherever you are. Wherever you are, Spirit is. If that's what you can do right now, that's what you can do right now. And it is perfect. It is whole. It is complete in itself. There's nothing missing in you. And Spirit does that. And when you decide, and you can get to the top of that mountain, Spirit's with you there also, celebrating with you, being joyous. It doesn't go anywhere. It's always with us. There's a Zen saying that when you get to the top of the mountain, keep climbing. And my analytical mind goes, wait a minute, there's no mountain to climb. Oh, yeah, okay, it's metaphorical. Okay. As we find different things that we perceive as limitations. They're not limitations, Spirit. Spirit is always opening up new doors for us, new pathways. That's the power of these intentions and we're talking about. So today we're going to remember, release, and reignite. So the first thing is about remembering, about Ram Dass's famous line about love, serve, and remember. And what we're remembering is that Spirit, this universal presence, whatever you call it, is first cause. And what that means, first cause, means is the cause of all things. Now, in this human experience we have, there are other causes of things, which includes human causes, biological causes, earth causes, creating earthquakes and different things. There are other causes. But when we experience the world of conditions here on this planet, we can always go back to first cause. First cause, the Spirit is a causation that we can go back to in prayer and meditation and visioning and refine that health, refine that spirit, that joy, that peace is always there. We can go back to that to find first cause. Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder, said the divine intelligence exists in and through the mineral, plants, and animal kingdoms through humanity as a conscious realization of this oneness. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the oversoul thing is this unifying principle which brings everything together. Within humanity, the soul of the whole, the wise silence, the universal beauty to which every part and every particle is equally related, the eternal one. Then we go, so we know this, we remember this, and then we know there may be these human causes, these human effects that we've experienced that we need to let go of in order to prepare a way for Spirit, to remember this oneness. Because there are times in our lives when we experience trauma or change or dis-ease or confusion or doubt. And sometimes there are human causes of that, things that have happened in our lives, things that we believe about ourselves, and we need to wipe the slate clean. In ancient Rome, when a prisoner was released from prison, they were given a white stone. There was nothing on this white stone. It was just a simple stone. And what it was is it represented that their slate was clean now, that their whatever they did, whatever time they did in jail, that they were free. And if a Roman soldier who recognized them from jail said, what are you doing outside? They would show their stone and say, I'm free. What I know about this is true for ourselves too, that we can be clear and clean and wipe the slate clean. So today we're going to go through a process of releasing that which holds us back, that which keeps us from being free and a clear channel of spirit. And then we're going to reignite. And reigniting is about setting those intentions, setting this clarity we have, and continuing to keep it in front of us as a reminder of who and what we are. So we're going to go through two things today. We're going to go through a burning bowl ritual. It's the first part of it. And everyone should have received a sheet like this. If you did not, can you raise your hand? Anybody? We have one person who did not get it. Anybody else not get it? So on this sheet, there are, first of all, the big sheet is nothing other than a writing platform. So you can write on it, you can scribble on it, whatever you want to. But there's this little bookmark, if you want to call it that on one side gives you ideas about ways to be happy this year by the day of the week. It gives some good intentions about Mindful Monday, Gratitude Tuesday, Wednesday Wellness, Thoughtful Thursday, Friday Freedom, Saturday Social, and Sunday Soul. So all of that's on here. But it's the other side that I want you to pay attention to. So on here you can make notes as I go through this process of what you want to release, and also what you want to embrace that's on this sheet. So I realized that there were a number of pens in the big basket. So Dale, could you come up, and if anybody needs a pen, just pass that out. We'll be needing that. And then, so when she starts coming, it'll be, raise your hand if you need a pen. Lots of people. Maybe just pass 3 or 4 down every row. And then also, there is this thin little piece of paper. And I'll tell you what to do with that eventually. But we'll also collect those, and they'll go into the burning bowl, and that'll be the way to release it. We'll put it in there. Okay? I think every row needs several. Well, in the green basket that had all these sheets in it, there were lots in that green basket. Anybody else need a pen that needed one up here, up in the front? And then some to your side over here too. Georgia to this row over here. So good. Now get out that one sheet of paper on the side, the little bookmark. And just close your eyes for a moment. Now imagine yourself fully free. That nothing is holding you back. That there's an ease and a grace in your life. Now let yourself take a step back. And know that you're connected with Spirit in all ways, that it is the wisdom within you. And what is it within yourself that keeps you from being free? Perhaps it's a belief about your worthiness, or anxiety and worry that you have sometimes. An unforgiveness, perhaps. Concerns about your health or aging, or not enough time or money or resources. That sometimes you don't feel enough. Whatever that is, just take a moment to consider what that might be, and go ahead and write it down on your bookmark there, things that you want to release. begin to get clear on what that is, if there's a word or two or phrase that you want to write on this paper, a simpler form, a summary, if you want to call it, or a few words that, because no one's going to be reading this, but it's what you really want to release, what the most important things you want to release are. Go ahead and put them on this paper. We'll collect this paper. You will keep the bookmark. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and write on your, this is called flash paper, the thinner sheet of paper here. Go ahead and write on that what you want to release, and those will be collected in just a minute. So Dale and Michelle are going to start passing this basket around. What I'd like you to do is put this piece of paper in that basket there. I'll take them and I'll start talking while she's doing hers. So what I know is that what you've released it into this basket. And I know that it continues to be that which, do you have some more tab? That sometimes release takes layers. So you release it today and it's gone, and it may evolve back around to remind you, oh yeah, I released that. I'm letting go of that. I'm not doing that anymore. So in this moment, we just let it go and let it be. So I pour it into the big bowl here. guys had a lot to write there. I think I said one or two words. Some people are writing paragraphs here. That's okay. Doesn't matter. We're going to let it all go now. Just breathe in, and as I light this, breathe out. Release this and let it go. Boy, that was one that really... One more breath in, and we let it go. It's gone, and so it is. So the next step is that we're going to take these white stones, and if I could have the ushers come back up here. And there's four of these, so maybe you could start one at the beginning and one back at the back. There are also, so please take one stone, and there are also some markers, not enough for everybody, but what I would invite you to do is maybe on each end, the person on the aisles, take a pen, and then we'll share them, because there's not quite enough for you to do that. You can pass those down, pass those down. So remember, the white stone was given in ancient Rome to the prisoner that was free. It was their symbol of being free. So this is your symbol of being free. But I also know there's something called the law of vacuum. The law of vacuum means after you release something, you have to claim something else, or that's going to come back in your life. So today we're going to claim something else that you want. So begin writing as you find those stones. You also on your piece of paper there, your affirmation here, you can begin to write what you want to claim in your life, what your intention is, what is emerging through you and seeking to evolve through you, your way of being. Remember back to the idea of intentions, that it's an experience worth seeking. It is a way of being. It is allowing a greater sense of spirit to come through us. What is it that you want to experience in 2025? So you can make some notes on it, and then you will need the permanent markers to write on your stone, and you don't have room for a whole paragraph like some of you wrote here. I would get it down to a word or two words. Like mine was space last year. It's sacred space this year. I've had joy as mine. Some people choose peace, so it could be that simple. It might be a phrase that you want to do, but generally it's a word or two at the most. So I'll give you some time to do that now. So what I'm going to do now is I have 2 microphones, and I'm just going to pass these through. You pass them down the row, and I would like for you to speak your word of intention. I'm going to test to see if this works. It might do a little feedback, but yeah. So we're going to just pass these and just speak your word of intention. That would be great. So I'm going to start here with Peggy.
Allow.
It's on, but it needs to be. Can you make sure the sound is on both? Okay. Go
Can
ahead.
you hear me?
Now.
Oh, allow.
Knowing divine perfection.
Reverend J inspired me. Space.
Peace.
Okay, hold up there. Let's let this group go. Go ahead.
Transfer happiness.
Lovely.
Freedom.
Paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Patience.
Mm.
Open to the new.
Mm.
Wisdom.
Okay, let's go down this road.
Willingness to accept life as it is and as it is not, and to be revolutionary love.
Mm.
Love.
Mm.
Acceptance and gratitude.
Possibilities. Trust.
Okay, over here.
Mindfulness.
Freedom to explore the universe.
I am loved.
Rebirth.
God's abundance.
Mm. Harris?
Love, peace.
Calmness.
Knowing.
Peace. Home.
Mm. Go ahead, Kay.
Prosperity.
Truth.
Re-emergence. Time.
Alignment and abundance.
Mm. And then, Gunnar, if you could pass that one behind you there.
Aligning with my path.
World peace.
Create.
Inner peace and inner safety.
Mm.
Knowing.
Optimism and acceptance.
Together with friends and increase my time with family.
Peace.
Wisdom and love.
Kindness.
And then in the back row there.
Peace and kindness.
Peace of mind.
Tolerance.
Happiness and love.
Happiness and peace.
Freedom, love, and joy.
Trust. Forgiveness. Mindfulness.
Michelle, did you have one?
Yes. Patience.
Right. Sean?
Test, is this thing on? Renewal.
Renewal. Beautiful. What I know in this moment as we go into prayer that each of these words spoken out has power in itself because you've spoken it into the first cause, into spirit, into life itself, the universal presence. And just as we've released that which is no longer serving us into the ethers, so we have claimed that which is true for us for today and the days to come and the months to come and the years to come. It is true right now. I know the universe responds to your invitation. You're invoking the presence. You are preparing the way, and the way is spirit. The way is this word which you have spoken, these words which you have spoken. I know they are already true, and I'm so grateful for this. And together we affirm, and so it is. Blessings.
The light of God's wisdom is shining within me. Guidance from that place inside is like a beacon on the sea. Advice from the world outside can sometimes lead me astray. Choosing to follow the light of God, I always find my way. In the light of God, in the light of God, in the light of God. Whoa, whoa. The joy of God's presence is glowing in my soul. The peace of His warmth inside is worth its weight in gold. Fear from the world outside can sometimes confuse my mind. Choosing to feel the joy of God, I'm back on course in time. In the light of God, in the light of God, in the light of God. Whoa, whoa. In the light of God, try it. In the light of God, in the light of God. Whoa, whoa, one last time. In the light of God, in the light of God, in the light of God. Whoa, whoa.
Blessings.
Light.
This is a time in our service we invite you to be part of the law of circulation and giving and receiving. We so appreciate the sharing that you give that supports this center in our vision and mission. If I could have the ushers to come forward. We know that which you give in a variety of ways supports our vision and mission, and we so appreciate it. So we take an imaginary or real giving that you have, whether past, present, or in the future, and place a hand over your heart and repeat the affirmation that's on the screen. Divine love as me possesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I serve, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
God is the source of who I am. God is the dream of what I do. And if it's God I'm talking to, I give myself to be used by you. God is the source of who I am. God is the dream of what I do. And if it's God I'm talking to, I give myself to be used by you. God is the source of who I am. God is the dream of what I do. And if it's God I'm talking to, I give myself to be used. I give myself to be used by you.
So one reminder is to check out any events you're interested in on our website. There are also some little flyers you can take with you. But I did want to say there was one thing that I wanted to correct on the website. We do have meditation this Wednesday, although it's January 1st. It's a great time to come, 6 p.m. If you're available, not to watching too much football or anything, or whatever you're doing on that day, come join us at 6 p.m. for meditation. And then we also want to welcome anybody who might be here for the first time. We appreciate you. We know there are, just like when you're in the airline, they say there are many options, and we know there are many options of places to be in a service. We appreciate you being here with us. So if you're willing to raise your hand to be acknowledged, we have a gift for you. Anybody here for the first time? A couple people right there. So if we can get some, Michelle's going to get them. While she's getting those, we can go ahead and raise our hands and repeat the affirmation that's on the screen here. And we say, we bless you today, knowing the happy... Let's start again, okay? Let's try that. Okay. We bless you, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community. And so it is. So Happy New Year to everybody, and let's stand for the community affirmation, followed by the closing song. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me today. I am led by Spirit. I'm guided by wisdom. I'm protected by love. I'm here to be a blessing. I am so grateful. And so it is.
I am a prayer for peace. Wherever I go, peace goes with me. I feel in every breath peace abide. I know the joy of being, and I choose fear to relieve. Every moment love wakes up, and peace is every step. Oh, and peace is every step. Oh, and peace is every step. Woo!
What I know is that which you've written down is already so, and peace is in every step from here forth. And so it is.